Hello, and welcome to the Matter of Draig podcast, a bi-weekly real-play Dungeons & Dragons podcast recorded live in the same room with Rob, the Dungeon Master.
Ben playing Benard Weissmith, the half-elf warlock.
Marty playing Lharne, Snake Eye Stonefist, a dwarven rogue.
And Mario playing Raven, the human cleric, obviously.
We'd love to hear from you. We're draigcast on Twitter and Reddit, and our email is draigcast@rattleboxgames.com. And now let us see how our adventurers are faring in their travails in the tower. So you're up there, and you're in this room. And this room is circular. It takes up, for the most part, the entire size of this building. And as we said, there's about a 15-foot gap, and across there we have the statues.
All right, can I see a ball bearing real quick?
Sure. I'll hand him the bag of ball bearings.
Oh, I just need one, and I drop it into the chasm. Sorry, you're down to 999.
I got a bunch of them. They're easy to replace.
It falls, and you hear it land, and it doesn't take long. I mean, it's about one story.
Okay, all right.
And it sounds like it's a stone floor.
Okay, 15 feet.
15 feet.
We are, the plan is to get across that, right? Is that?
To each his own.
I mean, it's a chasm, but is there anything along the walls, or is the whole thing's open?
It's all open in the middle. Yeah.
Well, I do have some rope.
Yeah, rope could work.
What are we throwing it at the weird stone guards that totally aren't going to come to life or anything? Right? They're totally not coming to life, right?
What's that? Oh, yeah, that's right. You haven't used any of your climbing gear.
I could just try and climb sideways.
Do it.
Wouldn't be the first game I've done that in.
You do that and let us know if those statues come to life.
Well,
They totally aren't going to, but just make sure. Poke them.
I think I'm going to walk to the center of, the ledge, and I'll put my foot out and test to see if there's any sort of invisible walkway.
I like it. There isn't.
Can I test along the rest of the ledge to see if maybe it's off-center?
I like it. There still isn't. Yeah.
Okay.
I like the idea of you, Indiana Jones style, throw all the ball bearings out, they just all fall. God damn.
Oh, my ball bearings. I don't know. I got to think about this more.
What would a perception check do at this point?
You can give it a try, and we'll find out.
I got a 13. No, wait. Yeah, 13.
18.
Okay.
9. Well, that's a 12.
We know who to rely on when it comes to rolling.
Yeah.
What you notice is, and I'm speaking to Raven, that whereas there is no invisible Huzumawachets over here, it's very difficult to discern, but there is some narrow supports on the other side. And it's not even so much that they're invisible, it's just they're sort of black on black, and they're painted cunningly. They're hard to notice. So about 9 feet away from the ledge, there are some supports that come out, and they're about 4 feet apart. So 2 supports to the other side, 4 feet apart. They're about 6 feet long, which leaves about 9 feet of empty space between you and those.
This feels like a math quiz.
Now, you also see a train that's leaving New Jersey.
What's New Jersey?
Hey guys, there's supports over there.
All right. Oh, yeah,
What are they
okay.
supporting?
Your hopes.
9.
I don't have high hopes.
Looks like exactly 9 feet. Can I jump 9 feet?
Doubtful.
Yeah, not much help.
How high is the ceiling from us?
About 15 feet.
And about how far is it across the side wall to get across the chasm? 15 feet?
Yeah.
So would I be able to climb across, because I'd have to climb upwards. Or I guess maybe I could climb sideways, but I figure as I'm climbing upwards, I'd be able to work my way across and then just climb back down.
By the way, I just Googled this. 8 feet, 2.5 inches is a plausible broad jump result.
But that's like
An
Olympic.
Olympic jumper or
Think about it. You guys are.
adventurers? Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm going to say that that's well within.
Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna climb on each other's shoulders and
Loving
create
A bridge, and then Gortu can walk across.
For no reason.
Princess Muffin is going to
Carry Gortu.
on our backs touch these statues. No, I don't know.
I think I'm going to climb across, via the stonework, but upwards too, so I can get above the ledge over there without being in range of the statues and see what happens with the
Okay.
statues.
Can I ask one more thing? What do you want to use perception check on? I mean, I gave you the obvious thing. Is there anything else you want to examine?
The statues?
Okay. They just seem like statues. Very accurate looking statues.
Are they handsome?
Well, how about this? One's a handsome gentleman and the other is a lovely lady.
What do the crossbows look like? Are they loaded already? Do they look like stone crossbows or real
They
crossbows?
look like stone crossbows and they look like loaded stone crossbows.
Are the arrows in them, is there any sort of rope attached to them?
They would appear to be, yeah. You can see them held up. And, I mean, it's metal. So the dart and the... Because, I mean, you might be a good sculptor, but it's going to be hard to sculpt
Right.
those
No,
parts.
no, I
So-
think I...
So the bolt and the string are both of metal, but...
I want to make a perception check and look for any, buttons or hidden, things to push on the wall behind us or on the floor, too.
Okay.
18 plus 2 is 20.
All right. The floor is just a normal floor. It's not darker than you'd think. The wall behind you is a normal wall, about 10 feet wide, with 2 doors coming off of it, whose hinges you can see because they swing into the room.
And there's nothing else on the wall, no torches, candles, anything like that.
No, I think we're lit by your eyes and your mace.
Is there anything I would see that would possibly trigger any sort of mechanisms?
No, the only mechanisms that we see in this room are 3 doors.
3 doors?
Well, there's
The
the,
one on
2
the-
behind you, and there's the one in front of you.
Right. I mean, because those crossbow bolts have rope attached to them. So maybe you're supposed to trigger them and they shoot across, and then you use the rope to get across.
Well, okay, so as DM, you said the 8.5 foot jump or whatever would be jumpable.
Definitely doable.
So what, if we pull the
So
supports
you-
out...
I mean, you and I could theoretically do that, standing long jump. Mm-hmm. I mean, that'd be a great result. But so I'm thinking that heroes in an age of magic,
Might overshoot it because they jump too far, and then they fall.
I don't think you could go 15 feet, but I don't think you'd have to worry
Yeah.
about, you could try and do the 9-foot jump if you want.
Well, I'm going to climb across the wall.
All right.
What are you guys going to do?
Watch you.
Oh, all right.
Laugh.
What happens?
I'm going to set this at very hard. This is a tightly set wall.
Oh, can I tell that it's like that?
You can tell that it's...
Then I'm not
be
going to
very
try.
hard. Okay.
I'm just going to be like, on second thought, I don't want to die.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to get a running start. What about a running long jump?
Sure.
Running start at the supports. Let's see if I die. And that's me running.
The least athletic member of the party is like, I got this, guys.
Well,
It's possible you could clear it.
yeah, I'm going to go for the supports, but running. All right, so let's see. All right.
All right. I set a difficulty.
6 again. You just keep rolling 6s.
Plus 0, 6.
You hear 2 sounds.
Okay.
A thud. Well, you hear 3 sounds. You hear a thud. Then you hear just a dragging sound of flesh against stone. And then you hear another thud is you hear a Benard hitting a floor that's probably 15 feet below you.
Okay. Now, where is he? Is he down by the front door?
Well, we think he dropped down to effectively the floor at the door level.
So I look up.
Yep.
Y-
There it is.
Is it a ceiling?
It's just what you'd think you'd look at.
So it's the supports.
Actually, I need you to roll.
Oh. What is that? Is that a 4? Yeah, that's a 4.
All right, you slip on a ball bearing and you fall.
This is awful.
And as you fall, you flail a little with your arms.
Yep.
And it knocks, because you were sort of front and center is where you were jumping. You knock against something metal.
Is it a mirror? I look at it.
It looks very much like the mirror.
Okay. So looking up, do I see 2 supports?
Mm-hmm.
Do I have a rope?
I do. Do you have a rope? Is it in your inventory?
I don't know.
Do you have a scholar's pack?
Yeah.
Because I have a rope.
I'm sure I have a rope.
I mean, here's the thing. If you have a rope and you don't have a rope, and the thing that's separating you is about diagonally 30 feet of distance, maybe.
So hey guys, when we got here, could you see this from down?
I don't know. I didn't look
We never
up.
looked up.
No.
Was...
So here's what you think.
Yeah.
You think you're inside. You remember how you were walking around?
Yeah, now we're inside the
You're
circle.
in the middle cylinder.
Oh, so I'm not.
What's
So
down
that
there?
might not be a mirror.
Or
If
maybe
you
it's
had
the
to
back
guess,
of the
you'd
mirror.
say it's the back of the mirror.
Oh, the back of the mirror. Ooh.
So, anything else down there? What's down there?
Perception. What is that? Is that a 6?
6, I think.
You're very certain there's a BB. So do you want to roll again for anything else? And as you examine the only other interesting thing in there, which is the mirror, you find a small button next to the mirror on the wall.
Ooh.
I press it.
Mirror swings open.
Okay. I close the mirror. I press the button again.
That's fine. Yeah, you can close it. Either
Okay.
way. So you're standing in the pit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna rope up.
My name's Benard, and I live in a pit now.
Can you pull me up? I'm down here.
Why don't you just open the door
I don't
and
feel
walk
like.
up?
Fine. All right, I do that.
All right.
Come back up. What's
All
up,
right.
guys?
Did you grab my ball bearing?
No.
So you throw yourself back down the pit, take
1
12 damage.
second.
You forget to open or walk in backwards, so you come out the front door, and it's a whole thing. No, I assume that you come back up,
Yeah.
and you're fine.
I'm going to throw a ball bearing at one of the statues.
Nothing.
Nothing? Okay.
Pink. That's what you get. Pink.
And I don't see any buttons anywhere.
No.
So why don't you try to rope one of the supports, and then we could, I don't know, maybe...
Scale up.
Yeah.
From the bottom.
All right.
I don't see any reason
I'm
why
going to
not.
try and rope a support.
Sure.
What is this, a dexterity?
Yeah. We could do a competition. We could see if it can dodge you.
Would it be...
Acrobatics.
All right. 15 plus 5 is 20.
Okay. You sort of underhand lasso. Did you tie a knot in it, or are you just
Yeah.
throwing a rope at
No,
it? It falls right off.
I tied a lasso and
Okay.
was lassoing it.
Yeah, you're able to lasso it.
All right, then I'm going to pull it taut.
It giggles. It doesn't giggle.
Oh.
I wish it giggled.
Yeah.
And there's nothing to tie it to on this side, right?
Not as such.
Is there a door handle on the door?
There aren't.
You know what? I have an idea, actually. I'm going to tie another lasso that's the width of the door. I'm going to open the door. I'm going to slip it over the top of the door and then close the door again.
That's fine. Sure.
All right, so now I've got something that I can just kind of go hand over hand.
Sure. Although picture that there are 2 hinges. You know, one is sort of 2 feet from the top. One is sort of 2 feet from the bottom. So you're going from about 8 feet off the ground down to floor level on the other side. So when you're doing that, you're going to be, by the time you get to the pit part, you'll be pretty low to begin with, which is fine.
Yeah, because then I can just get to the top of the support and then just pull myself up onto it.
It's fine.
Okay, so I want to do that.
That's fine.
Why did I do this? I'm the dwarf. I don't jump that far.
All right. So,
I tried.
so you're doing this,
Yep.
and it's fine.
Acrobatics, I guess.
Yeah, I don't even think. I mean, crawling across a rope, not the hardest thing you've ever done.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's fine.
So
Of
I'm on the
course.
support.
Of course, the problem is that the archers start firing.
Now, are they just firing directly ahead, or are they actually aiming?
They're sort of panning.
So as long as I stay low enough, 'cause they're not going up and down. Too,
Oh, yeah.
right?
They're
Oh,
yeah,
well, crap.
they're all over the shop. Okay. So they missed their first shot at you. What's your AC?
13.
With you?
How
you
long has
cast
it
the
been?
Thing.
Oh, 14.
14. All right, you get missed, and what's your AC?
13?
Really? So you do get hit. I'm sorry to report, Mario.
Okay.
and you take 4 points of piercing damage. And there's still... Can I make a suggestion?
Mm-hmm. Please.
This is not a safe room at this point, with the sort of lawn sprinkler of arrows going on from the front.
Can I just try and jump across?
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, you're across.
Oh, okay.
Like, they didn't start until you got up to the other side.
Oh, okay.
That's why they're able to aim in your direction, because you're not down in the pit. Because there, I'd say you'd have cover.
So what if I stand between them? Will they shoot at each other? Or is there like a range that
They don't seem
shoot?
to be responding to your presence, other than that you clearly seemed to have triggered them somehow.
Can I reach into their hands and remove the crossbows?
Now that you're close enough to tell that it is either magical or mechanical or both, but it's not like they came to life and they have actual crossbows. For one thing, real crossbows would not fire this fast.
Okay, another question. Are they attached to the floor or just merely standing on it?
Their plinths are round. They're on the floor. And from what you can tell, because the whole statue rotates, you can't tell that they're attached, but they go into it.
What are their ankles like? Are they
Shapely.
together or separate, like standing in a wide stance or standing together?
They're more sort of closer to attention than some brave heroic.
I'm just wondering if I can stand behind them and brace myself against the wall and break them at their ankles and push them off the...
They start to look really concerned at you saying that, because their ankles are so shapely. It's one of their favorite features.
But that didn't actually answer the question.
There's only one way to find out such a thing.
All right, I want to get behind one of them and brace myself against the wall and try and push on it with my feet.
Are you that strong?
I got a 14.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's above average. That's Olympic level at this point. Maybe? I don't know.
Roll. I've set a difficulty.
What's the difficulty?
You look at their label from IKEA, and it does not list their difficulty.
All right, I'm
rating.
going to try this on one of them. I'm going to roll a strength check. 17 plus 2 is 19.
You get it to move, but it doesn't quite do what you want.
Okay,
But
it
you
moved.
got some. I'm going to roll another. You're not in range. Like, they're not.
They can't hit
You're
me because I'm
standing
so
behind.
close. Yeah.
Miss on Benard.
I thought he wasn't even in the room, though. I thought you were
No, I came back up.
downstairs.
I came
Miss,
back.
yeah, he did. Remember, he got the ball bearing, and they missed on both of you.
Is there any sort of button I can see on this side that might turn them off?
No.
All right, I'm just going to open the door then.
Unfortunately, you can't open the door.
Why? What's wrong with it?
It just won't open.
Is it locked or just what?
I'm going to roll. When you get over by the door, you're back in their range. They miss.
Wait, where are they standing? I thought they were flanking the door.
They are, but they're spraying in an arc. They've got the whole room to shoot at from where they're positioned.
Oh, well, then I guess I'm just going to keep standing behind them after that, after they miss me.
Okay. The door won't open.
Okay.
What are you two cats going to do?
Can I reach over and knock?
Who is it? It's me, Farmer Moken.
God damn it.
Did you find my little present? Oh, wait, we already talked about that. I'm kidding. I'm not really here. Goodbye.
That was so weird.
No one answers.
Okay.
What if the villain really was Farmer Moken this whole time?
And she would have gotten away with it, too, if it weren't for you pesky adventurers and your pesky piglet.
So what are you guys going to do? Just stand there and hope to get peppered by, I'm going to roll again.
I have my
Keep
shield
standing
up.
there. Oh, I like it.
Yeah, I've got my shield up.
Do the
Well,
old hang loose.
Yeah.
Shield up. I like it. Oh, dear.
I'll open one of the doors.
Unfortunately, those doors won't open.
I'm going to stand behind Benard.
All right, I'm gonna
So beefy.
Why don't you guys
All right,
come across?
I'm looking at the. Can I look at the supports? Has anything changed with those?
Nothing.
He's already climbed up using the supports, right?
Yeah, he
I went
climbed
across the rope.
He
that
sort
I
of
tied.
To the thing.
climbed across the rope. I'm gonna roll again for. I think quick action is what's called for here, boys.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to go back down the pit. I'm just going to jump down the pit.
Jump down the pit.
You're like, screw this.
But is there a rope still on the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna grab the rope as I jump down.
Except for the rope doesn't go down.
He's right. No, he's right.
It's attached to the door.
No.
And it's going to one of the supports, so it's going at an angle.
Yeah, that's
but
fine.
It only
I'm just
goes
gonna-
down like what, 8 feet?
No, but I understand what he's talking about. You're gonna. I mean, for that matter,
zip
you
line.
could just
true.
grab the rope
Yeah.
as opposed, while it's there.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine. And actually, you get some cover when you get. There's a point where the geometry of the room makes it so they can't hit you.
Okay, I'm gonna stay right there.
Forever.
Can I?
This is,
Where is it?
this is
Where
where
is
I
it?
live now. It's just sort of under the lip of the ledge on the opposite side. Yeah.
All right. So, am I on the support now, or am I like right?
You're hanging under it, from what I can tell.
Okay. So if I get up onto the lip,
My hands are over my head as though I'm holding onto a rope, and the rope is tied to a support, and I'm dangling underneath it.
if I get on top of that lip, can they hit me at all?
Yeah, for sure.
But just get up and run behind one of the statues.
All right. That's what I'm gonna do. Wait, give me a good time. Tell me when.
Oh no, he's right. Like
Yeah, you can tell me when to time it.
you could totally because they're just turning like sprinklers.
Okay,
except
I'm going to wait
spring
till
arrows.
it's right about to hit the peak facing
Yeah,
away.
yeah.
Yep.
All right, now.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, and they totally miss.
All right.
Yeah, can you
Raven's just on
roll
the other
and
side.
like a moderate?
God damn it. Sorry.
What'd you
God
get?
damn it.
7.
I mean, technically, moderate's 15. I just don't think it's that hard.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well,
maybe,
if it's peak.
maybe someone assists you. I don't know. Someone could help you up. Maybe.
Oh yeah, to do that. You want to help me up?
I don't know if I want to run.
Well, you know when it's gonna.
All right, I'll run over and help him up real quick and then run right back behind him.
Perfect.
Okay.
It
All right.
works.
So
That
now
works.
Raven is just.
I'm trying. I mean, you got to work with me here, guys. If you all
Yeah.
die in this room, that's a real bummer for everyone.
Yeah.
All right. So you saw that this worked. I'm gonna roll. This is an attack roll on you because you're sort of out in the open. It's a 5. You're able to dance between. You're sort of matrixing bullet time.
All right, well, I guess I'll go over too, but
Same thing.
yeah.
Sure. Okay.
I'll tell him when to go, and then I'll run out and help him up. And then I'll run back behind
Could you
the
roll a check to see about getting across on the rope? Just
What is
don't-
it,
Don't
D20?
roll too badly.
statue. 7. Wait,
It's not a 7. It's a 1.
Oh god.
All right, so you drop to the floor. You try the button. The button doesn't work. I assume that all of you have rope. I don't know. Do you guys want to help this guy?
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
You got any
we're.
rope? You want to drop some
I
rope
got
down?
rope. There we go.
You could throw rope from your safe position
Yeah.
down the hole.
Yeah, but my rope is already
Yeah,
across,
but
so I don't have any.
it's fine. I mean, I think that we can definitely do that. And do you want to roll again, but do better for climbing the rope? I almost don't know that you need to roll.
Now it's a 7.
Because at this point you're completely safe from the arrows, so it's like you can actually take your time. I assume you get to the lip, and I assume you repeat Benard's move, and do you guys help him get up?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
And then hide behind the statue again.
All right.
Okay, so now we're just stuck here.
Can we
Progress.
turn the statues and hold them in place so they aim at each other and blow each other up?
No.
Okay.
Okay. What do we got going on? Let's recap.
There's a door.
Yes.
Can you
Some
talk to
archers.
him?
Huh?
I said, can you talk to him?
You know what? Passive perception. It's not going to be high. What's it? 13.
12.
Was it that 14?
Yeah.
14.
All right. You just barely are able to hear when you go over the lip onto the floor. A click come from the door.
Open the door.
Okay, the door opens.
Ah,
So all you
was
need
it?
to do
I'm going
is
to go in backwards.
okay. That's fine. You go and it's unusually no.
like he comes in on the other side, and then the door closes.
I open up, or I end up down at the bottom door.
So you're standing outside this room, and once the door opens, the archers stop. And
Man, that sucked.
and there's a stairway leading up, just up on the other side of the door. All right, so I made that room maybe harder than I had to.
No, we're figuring it out. We're figuring it out.
Okay. I kept talking about the hinges. You could take the doors off. You can take the doors off, lay them across the thing, and you can take the other door off and use it as it's like a barricade, walk behind.
You did say that the doors are like 10 feet tall, and that thing was 9 feet away.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was real hacky the way we did
And I
that.
kept talking about the hinges. That's where...
Well,
'cause
now
you
I
can-
know how I can get
Well,
my rope back.
you said hinges, and then you said that the tower is like well maintained. So I didn't think anything was going to budge.
It turns out that these have what's called loose pin hinges. You guys found a perfectly good way to get across and only took 4 damage total.
All from me.
No, all to you. All right. Yes, you open the door and there's a set of stairs. This set of stairs is very much like the set of stairs that you came up into the room with the archer statues, in so much as it curves around the exterior of the building there, and it is pitch black.
Oh, God.
So 2 of you would be able to see fine
Right.
because you have vision that allows that. So maybe, I don't know, do you guys need to hold Raven's hand so he doesn't stub his toe?
But wait, don't.
Wait.
Isn't my mace is illuminated?
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it still?
Yep.
How long does that last?
Forever.
Yeah, I think
I mean,
I
it's
could
a
just keep
cantrip,
on-
so you're going to keep. And was that pink? Or I know Princess Muffin was pink. I don't remember if we did. You choose a color of the light? Are you going to keep that?
I think it was just plain for functional purposes.
Okay, all right.
Can you strobe it?
Well, it's a cantrip. You can cast it and cancel it and cast it. Beep.
Then we can have a rave.
All right.
So
Yes,
when you said they're going up the exterior, do you just mean they're around the circumference of the interior,
they're
or
on
you
the
mean
inside.
they're on the outside?
They follow the curve of the outside
Okay.
of the building. They are in fact inside though.
Okay.
It would seem that there's a set of stairs going around the exterior of at least the 3 floors now that you've experienced.
Okay.
So we're good, right? We should just walk up.
That's-
You've got your
Yeah,
light.
let's go.
Let's do it.
All right, we're just gonna walk up.
All right, and when you get to the top, you find another large wooden door. To look at it, it's essentially the same as the front door and the door that led into the previous room with the pit and the archers. Right down to the metal eagle with the eye for the head.
Who wants to go in this one? This is not me. I touch my nose.
Not it.
I guess I'll walk in.
All right.
I'll go.
Okay, it opens freely. It's a large door once again, and it swings freely in. And this is a round room, perhaps not surprisingly. I don't know. Are you surprised, Marty?
A little bit.
All right, this is a shockingly round room.
Rounder than most.
Roll for round room terror.
Oh, I got a 9. I think I just missed it. I'm afraid of the roundness of this room.
You're just a furred. All right, so you go into the room. So you're standing in this round room. What are you 2 doing?
I'm following him in.
Yeah, following behind.
All right, because otherwise, do I have to have you leave the room so that I can explain?
No, he's going first so that he can be...
The one that gets killed.
Yeah, if you remember, we established a marching order. It would go Lharne, and then Benard, and then Raven entering the room, which you do. And the first thing that you notice upon leaving the dimly lit stairway leading from the 2nd floor to this room is that this room is bright. Shield your eyes bright compared to the hallway that you just left.
Oh, God, it's so bright in here. Oh, my eyes. Is there anything to loot in here?
Well, as your eyes acclimate to the bright light cast by the fire located on the shoulder height pillar in the center of the room, you're left with the ordeal of attempting to deal with the grand, garish, motley paint scheme on the walls, ceiling, and floor of this windowless room. The room's colors are divided in perfect quarters that you would be right in guessing are aligned with the cardinal directions. So red is to the north, green is to the east, purple is to the south, and white is to the west. As the door behind you swings shut, you notice that there's a plaque on the side of the pillar that faces you. Written on it is the caption, "These doors won't open unless all of the walls appear the same. To do so, use my example. You have more than you'll need."
Can you give us the colors again?
Sure. Red is the north, green to the east, purple to the south, and white to the west.
Oh,
So
sorry.
the door by which you entered is on the south wall of the room and is colored the same purple as the wall and the floor and the ceiling that it's set in. And across from it, you can just make out a similar red door set in the north wall.
And there's no doors on the east or west?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
And what that plaque said... Okay.
All the colors have to be the same.
These doors won't open unless all of the walls appear the same. To do so, use my example. You have more than you'll need.
Benard, did you bring any paint with you?
You are a realtor. Maybe you'd have some, like, Landlord White.
No, I do. I have 9 bottles of colored ink.
I love it.
But it's not enough. It's not enough.
Do you have any sort of, like, multiply spell? I don't know. Maybe we can multiply it
No.
and paint, and then we're all set. All right, well, back to the drawing board.
Benard's going to walk up to the plaque, and he's going to try to take it off.
Nice. Okay. Unfortunately, the plaque is solidly affixed. But once you get right up next to the pillar, you're able to make some clear observations now that your eyes have fully acclimated and you're right there. It's impossible not to notice. First of all, it's square, and the corners align with the seams between colors. And there's a cube-shaped metal frame that sits atop the pillar, encompassing the flames, forming an empty cube. Does that track? Can you picture this?
I think so.
And below the frame and the plaque, there's a shelf that has glass panes. There are 4 in each of the primary and secondary colors. So 24 panes of glass on a shelf underneath the plaque.
And you said we came in the south door?
Yes.
Yes, I did. What's more, that's true.
So we don't really need to turn this room purple. We probably need to turn it red since the next door is on the red side.
I feel like we need to turn it white.
For west?
No, I mean, no, they just have to be the same color. I guess, I don't know. If there's a white wall, that's not going to...
Yeah, white is west, green is east,
Purple.
north is red, purple south.
What's the common...
But north is the one with the door. That's why I was thinking we have to turn everything red to open that door.
How do you get green to red? Can you do purple to red?
Can I?
You got to figure out how to... Yeah, what's that?
Can I throw out the obvious and
Yeah.
just match the colors first?
Good idea.
Okay. All
Let's
right.
do it.
We're doing that.
We will follow your lead.
Raven is going to take the 4 matching color panes and put them in the... what's that word? Corresponding sides.
And when you attempt to do that, you notice that it accepts the pieces of glass very much as if a dungeon master had written this up and thought about pieces of glass sliding into a square frame. So you're putting purple on the south and all that, yes?
Yes.
Although there's no white, of course.
So I would imagine it's just naturally white.
Yeah. All right. That it has a really creepy effect. Have you ever been in a red room with a red light? It's a real thing. You should try it sometime. But it doesn't have the effect. Like, I mean, there's the door over on the red side. You could see if that.
Yeah, I'll run over and give a nudge.
Okay. That door does not open.
I didn't think so. Next idea.
Okay, and there's 24 panes of glass.
Mm-hmm. So there's
the primary colors and then also
the secondary.
the secondary.
So
Yeah, so there's 3 times 4. No.
4. So you could put 4 panes of
Right, 4 there are 4...
So there's 4
Oh,
sides.
so
and
there's
4 panes
double.
Of purple. You could, if you wanted to put 4 purple in, you could do that.
Okay.
So there's
So there's-
6 times 4, right?
Right, so you've...
24.
So there's... Okay, I get it.
If that's wrong, we need to stop recording.
Wait. Yeah, let me think about this. So you've got the primary colors. There's 3 of those, yes?
Yes.
And then the secondary colors, there's 6 of those.
No.
There's only 3 of those?
Yeah.
Okay, so then 6, and then there's 4 times each of those things.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it now.
Are these
Okay.
primary as in terms of light or primary as in terms of pigment? Because it's different.
I know. They're what I said. All right, we're doing red, blue, yellow, purple, green, orange.
So all of them are there.
All of them.
It's just a matter of which one is primary and which one is secondary.
All right.
Because I don't know anymore. I've lost my mind.
Well, that's why I was wondering, because if
We're
we're
just gonna have to
dealing with it in
experiment.
terms of light, then
Well, I feel like light theory
Primaries are
hasn't been
green.
developed in our world to the point where we know.
Well, it's not so much theory. It's because if we're mixing colors to get the correct color and we're dealing with light, then you have to go with red, blue, green as the primaries. But if you're dealing with pigment,
think you have
like
to
paints,
overthink it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just going to have to...
Well,
all right, I'm going to try a thing.
All right.
I don't know that it'll work. I'm going to put red and... No.
Okay.
I'm going to put purple on the western facing, blue on the north facing.
Okay.
I'm stuck on green.
wait a minute.
What?
Could someone read the thing to me?
Yes. These doors won't open unless all of the walls appear the same color. To do so, use my example. You have more than you'll need. Here's my example. What's going on there? I'm going to look closer at the plaque.
Okay.
Do I see anything weird about, like, around? So I'm looking for, like, designs.
Do you want to roll?
Yeah. What's that?
Looks pretty good. I can't.
It's a double digit.
There's a wire in the way. Mario, can you read it?
It's a 5.
5.
5.
Oh,
That's not good.
It's not great. You don't see anything. It's giving off the appearance of a simple metal plaque.
Okay. Let's see. What do I got? Can anybody...
Hold on.
Raven, can you detect magic on stuff?
It's a good question. I feel like Raven had detect magic.
Yeah, I think so.
I had detect evil and good. Detect magic is level 3.
Well, you are level... Oh, it's a level 3 spell. God, I wish they didn't do that.
I know.
I think we've already mentioned in episode 0 that it isn't handy.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, it's my
overly
mistake.
complicated.
It's actually level 1, but...
You don't have it?
I didn't have it prepared.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I try something?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope you guys try something. Yeah.
All right.
God, I'm so stuck.
I want to put a blue pane and a green pane in the slot for the north side.
Okay.
Then I want to put a red pane and a blue pane in the slot for the east side.
Okay.
And then I want to put a green pane in the slot for the south side. And I want to leave no panes in the slot for the white. That should turn everything white.
I mean, it I don't think it actually would, though, right? With panes
In terms
of
of
glass.
light, yeah, it would. That's why I was asking.
Would it in this universe?
Because that's why monitors are RGB.
Yeah.
Because they mix them together. So in the north slot, you've got red already, right? To make white light from red, you have to add blue and green. Because when you add more colors together, the more white they become. So if you add the 3 primaries together, they become white.
Although I think the purple might be wrong.
No, the reason why purple is only green is because purple is made up of blue and red.
Oh, yeah.
So it's already got blue and red. You only need green added to it to make white because it is the opposite color.
Yeah.
Green, in terms of light, green and purple are opposites. In terms of pigment, yellow and purple are opposites. But in terms of light, green and purple are opposites. Hence, all of those would make white. And west doesn't have anything there because it's already white. So the whole room should be white now. That's why I was over here doing my color math. But the question is, does that work? Is that the solution?
Well,
I mean, it did
think
tell us it needs to be the same color.
If you actually did that, though, like in a room with panes of glass, that isn't what would happen to the walls.
No, probably not.
Speaking as someone who's worked with glass a lot and done a fair amount of theater lighting.
There's some... It's weird. You did it. It looks... It's close, but there's something wrong with it. I feel like there's magic that has to be... Like, we've got to figure out
Well,
some
you guys are the magic
trick.
guys.
Well,
so
yeah, I know. That's what...
I tried the practical.
I like what you're doing. I like what you're doing, Marty.
Oh, man.
I can change the color of the flame.
Yeah, what color is
Any
the flame?
idea for that? I imagine it's just emitting white light.
It's white, yeah.
Hold on. So did you say that, like, out loud? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Like,
Wait, but can't you also just change... You could change the color of the walls if you wanted. You could just cast light on every wall in the same color. Just a thought. Whichever you want to do.
cast light
Yeah.
on every color?
He's saying,
Your
you know how
cantrip.
you can change the color of the light that you cast, your magical light?
But there's only one fire, right? And it's emitting to all of them.
Correct.
But what I'm saying is the walls have to be the same color, what if it's a weird trick and it's like, well, if you just cast light and they're all emitting the same color, yeah, it's a lot of light, but also you'd be if you were like, let's make all of the walls glow purple. Technically, maybe I don't know. If you want to do yours first,
no. I get you, but it would still mix with the color of the wall, right?
Maybe, yeah, it might be true. I don't know. Yeah, try yours first. Let's do yours first. Do the flame first, and see if that works.
What color do you guys want?
Well, how many times is this a cantrip?
Yeah.
Or just cycle through all of them and see if the door opens.
Every frequency in the spectrum of visible light. I like it.
How quickly can you do it? I want to see. Do you have 256 million color resolution on the...
A bunch of kids come in with glow sticks and pacifiers, and they're like, yeah, we love Benard's plan. And weirdly, ODB, who was in the woods, if you remember.
Oh, yeah.
He finds his way up, and he's he's not known as a DJ, but he's on the tables. He's doing what he can. DJ. All right, maybe that doesn't actually happen.
Yeah, I don't know what color, though. What color is the flame? Just regular yellow flame?
It's a white flame.
Ooh, white flame.
Well, I mean, I'm sure it's just a fire, and it's emitting white light. Not that it's necessarily a white flame.
Well, you're right. It is emitting white light, yes.
But it's a regular fire? It's not like a weird white fire?
It is a weird fire, in so much as, it's clearly a magical fire. Here, roll here. Yeah, it's a magical fire. You figured it out.
All right.
I mean, it is a magical fire. There's no obvious fuel. It's magic fire.
Okay.
Almost as though it had been placed there to be part of a trap or puzzle or whatever this ends up being. You guys might die in here. If you die in here, it's a trap. If you get out, it's a puzzle.
All right. This is fun.
So next week, listen to our characters continue to starve to death.
So I agree with yours, changing everything purple, but how can you change green to purple?
I don't know.
You can't.
You can't, apparently. You can't.
All right, so...
They're opposites.
Okay. Yeah. They are. And I think you're right.
That's why I was trying to go to white light.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know. There was a hint there.
Read that to me one more time.
Do you have a darkness spell?
Oh. Hey, somebody else read this. Maybe it's just me reading it that's not being helpful.
I mean, I've read it several times while I'm working on this. These doors won't open unless all of the walls appear the same. To do so, use my example. You have more than you'll need. Can you put out the fire? I don't know.
Do you have...
Shot in the dark here?
Do you have Dispel Magic?
No, that is level 3.
Okay. What do I have? God.
Do you have water?
Do we have water?
I mean,
No, I don't have water. Do I have water?
I assume that in the interest of not dying, that you guys probably have
Who wants to sacrifice their water for this? I'll do it. All right, I pour water on the thing or try.
Okay.
I swear to God, if this doesn't work.
When you pour the water on the flame, it does extinguish, and now the only source of light in the room is the enchanted mace flashlight.
I'll dispel it.
Yeah, good. Okay, good.
All right, and then when the room
it's really
becomes
dark in here.
when the room becomes dark, the room is pitch black, and you hear an audible click come from the door.
Oh,
God damn it! Lharne's got a notebook with like a bunch of. He's like going to town on trying to figure this out.
I was correct though.
By the way, closing your eyes would also work. It's a pier, not B, a pier.
So if I had walked in the door backwards, I wouldn't have seen any of this stuff, and the door would have unlocked for me.
So,
all right.
So that door is open, or unlocked, or sounds as though it unlocked.
There's a trap.
Could
I don't know if we should go through it, guys.
Just do it.
Let's just go home. I'll go through first. Again.
All right, now you're standing in a very dark room.
Another one? Or no, we haven't walked through yet.
I'm going to go through the door. Dum-de-dum-de-dum.
Is the door open? Have you opened it?
It's unlocked. I'm not there.
I'm going to open it.
Open it.
Okay, and it opens freely.
I'm going to go through.
All right, you go through.
You die.
Is there light coming from the next room / whatever is beyond this door?
When you open the door, you're in a stairway that's, for all intents and purposes, identical to the one that you came up through into the colorful room. And it follows the curvature of the outside of the tower.
As per the usual.
Up. Yes, exactly. The usual. And at the top of it, there's another door, large, dark wood, banded with metal, with the symbol on it.
I'm going to try and open it.
Okay, you open it.
Did it open?
It opens.
Oh, excellent.
Smoothly.
Man, none of these doors are locked. I can't get a chance to practice my lock picking.
You can pick locks. Why didn't you try that last time?
Didn't seem like the right time. It's magic.
So you enter a room by that door. Across from you in this room is a similar door to the one in the archer's room. So similar construction to the front door, but light wood. So this is another round room. It resembles the one that you just left very closely, except it's all natural stone color. This room is reasonably well lit by a series of 8 equally spaced torches on the wall. The only other notable feature about this room is that there is a large circular wooden table in the center that holds 3 scrolls sealed with wax and an hourglass. So there are 4 things on the table. 3 scrolls, 1 hourglass.
Looks like there's a time limit.
All right, what's the what is it? The hourglass is timing. Like, is it active or is it all the
sands at the bottom? Yeah, you've got a sandy bottom.
Do not flip that over. I feel like that's a bad idea.
Okay.
Oh, man. Okay, are we going to grab the scrolls or what? Hold on. First, let's try this door. Maybe it's open. Maybe the door's open. I'm going to go try the door.
It is, in fact, locked.
Can you All right, I will try and pick the locks.
I'm trying to get out of this.
There is no lock. There's no visible locking mechanism.
Oh, that's probably why.
Oh, yeah, never mind.
Yeah, makes sense.
I will put my lock picks away.
Okay. So this is the room you're in. The door behind you swings shut, and, happy birthday.
Okay.
Perception check?
Yeah, let's try to, we're going to percept things, and we're going to, let's first look at I'm going to look at the table and try to see if I can, I guess what I'm going for here is there are 3 scrolls. I'm noticing that we are also 3 people. Is there anything that would suggest that a scroll corresponds to a person?
So you're going over to the table and you're going to do a perception check on the table?
Yes.
Sort of, and its contents?
And the scrolls, yes.
Same here.
All right. Okay.
I perceive nothing about this room.
Lharne
I rolled a 4.
rolled a 4.
I rolled a...
I think he's thinking that maybe the solution to the last room pertains here, and he's closed his eyes. But Benard...
Suddenly got dark in here.
Total, I got a 17.
You know what? That is a good enough response. So the table has all of the hallmarks of just a normal... fairly well-constructed wooden table. The hourglass, it's got a brass cage around the glass. And if you guessed, timepieces aren't very advanced in this society, you'd guess that it is, in fact, an hourglass. So it's fairly, reasonably sized. Mm-hmm. And the scrolls are parchment scrolls sealed with red wax, and pressed into them is on one the name Benard, on another the name Lharne.
I knew that was going to happen.
And in a third, the name Raven.
How did they know we were coming?
Oh, God. All right.
I didn't RSVP to this party.
Are we all just going to take our scrolls? Are we going to do the obvious thing? Because I don't know.
I'm going to snatch Benard's scroll.
Okay. Oh, God.
All right. You grab Benard's scroll. That's fine.
I protest. No, don't do it. Okay, yeah, open it, but I'm going to be
Maybe
saying,
we
don't
should
do
open scrolls that aren't our own.
All right.
Foil their plans. I don't know. You guys are the wizards, so you should let me know if that's a good idea or not.
Maybe that's not a good idea, Lharne.
Let's open our own. If we're playing a game,
Whatever you want.
normally you don't break the rules, especially if it's some sicko
But
who's playing weird. Let's shoot these people with automated.
But clearly,
crossbow
whoever's
games.
designed this doesn't want us to proceed anyway. All right, I'll hand Benard his scroll.
Okay.
Here you go. I'll pick up my own and rip it open.
Okay. All right. You rip yours open, and there is no writing.
Well, that was disappointing. I was hoping for a fairy
I'm gonna
tale.
open mine
And I'll do the same.
Okay. You need to see that. There is no writing
on mine.
on Benard's. And
I'm going to show mine to Benard.
Okay.
What do you make out of this?
okay.
Do I see anything?
You see a blank piece of parchment. It's lovely. It's, you know how you get some crummy parchment sometimes, like thin and unevenly deckled? I believe you deckle pulp for paper.
So
Do you have any ink and a stylus? I want to write a note to the manager of this place.
So Benard is going to look at that paper and be like, "Oh, it's a nice quality. Okay, it says."
Oh, very nice.
All right,
I should write home.
reading it. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing here.
Okay.
Raven, is yours also blank?
Yeah, there's nothing on it.
For the listeners at home, this is what Raven sees when he reads his scroll.
If you are asked, tell the others that there is no writing. The only way these doors will ever open is if only one of you is left alive. To accomplish this, you must fight to the death. Without explanation to your fellows, time is running out.
So that's what you're dealing with.
I'm going to fold mine up and stick it in my pocket. I can use this later. I can forge some stuff, some deeds. Hey, maybe we can make up a false deed for this place and sell it back to the town.
That could be. It is interesting, speaking of this tower, that from everything, from your brief, horrible encounter with the guards, from your conversation with the clerics, from your conversation with the Countess, Baroness, there's no evidence that any of them remember that there's a tower here or knew,
Yeah. Well, she just said that there were lights. That's all she knew.
She did.
Well, this is going to work out. We're going to make a tidy sum off this place when we sell it back to the town.
I am a realtor.
I mean, we're going to have to put in some work and, fix this place up. It could probably use like a little hot tub.
After you finish reading your scrolls or looking at them, the hourglass turns itself over and the sand begins running from the top into the bottom.
I saw that coming.
I'm going to try and turn it back over.
Great. You cannot. It seems firmly affixed to
Okay.
its location in space and time.
I
Well,
am going
in
to
space.
try and kick it off the table.
I love it. I need a roll for that. Do you have a bonus for attacking timepieces?
Yes.
What are you? You're using.
I would use dexterity for this, I think.
Okay. All right.
Somehow I missed.
All right.
Wait, actually, what is the armor class of this timepiece? I rolled a 3, plus 3 is 6, but it's stationary,
It
and I
is.
doubt it's wearing armor.
All right. Here's what happens. You make your kick, and you do connect with it. Two things happen. One, it hurts your foot. It does not move.
Ow!
And two, you hear a tearing sound from your breeches. So just
Did I rip my pants?
Yeah, you did.
Or was that the piece of paper that I folded up and stuck in my pocket?
sounded like fabric. I don't know. We'll see.
All right, well then, while you guys do whatever you're going to do, I'm going to go in my pack and pull out a different pair of pants.
Don't look at me.
I'm going to try to flip the table since we're on the same. We're just going to try that.
Okay. The table doesn't want to flip.
Yeah, I'm not very strong.
Here's the thing. Picture you're trying to flip a table that someone's pushing down on in the middle.
Yeah.
This hourglass isn't going anywhere except the sand is going down.
If we drill a hole into the bottom of this hourglass and... No, that's not going to work. All right. Raven, you said yours doesn't have... Does mine have... Can you see anything on mine? And I show him mine.
It appears empty.
Well, not sure what we're supposed to do if there's nothing. There's nothing. There's a timer and blank paper.
Why don't we write on the paper?
Open door. Door be unlocked. Is that
Something
the
like
plan?
that. I don't know.
All right, I'll get.
Can you make it sound fancy? Write it in your mystical, magical words, Mr. Wizard.
No. What's that?
The cantrip, spare the dying. I could just heal afterwards, right? But they're still technically dead because they're at 0 hit points.
You'd have an intimate understanding of how that particular piece of magic works. And they're sort of in that Princess Bride area of deadness. So they're pretty dead. When they hit 0, they're fairly dead. Anyone. When a person hits
Anything,
0,
right?
When a person hits 0, you're...
Then they're dead, but they don't... Like, what's stopping them?
They've started
When
the
you're
process.
when you're
start
at
the
0,
process
you
of
start
dying.
the process of dying, but you're not dead yet.
So you're not dead.
Yeah, you hit dead at, I think, -10.
-10.
Yeah, 0, you're knocked out and you're dying. But every round that you're past the point that you're at 0, you lose hit points unless you stabilize. I think you stabilize by being brought back up to 0. I'd have to look in the player's handbook, but I'm pretty sure that's how it goes.
Don't.
I've never been killed in this
don't worry
game
too
before.
much.
Humble brag.
The mechanics of whatever this is not the mechanics of the game, I'm guessing. Whatever's happening. We're not supposed to... Are we not supposed to know what's happening? We're supposed to not be listening to this conversation?
Well, I mean, it's still useful information for the future.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. The room dark?
The room is reasonably well lit by 8 equally spaced torches located on the walls.
You want to try putting
Evenly
those out?
Evenly spaced.
When in doubt.
You hear the flame downstairs, which has come back to life, and he says, "No, that's my room."
We're supposed to make all the walls the same color.
They look like they're the same color. All right, let's see. What do we do? Do you want to write on it?
Yeah.
Let's do that. All right.
Yeah, what do we want to write? Do you need to scribe
color
any
do you want?
spells?
What?
Do you need to scribe any spells onto a scroll? You got nice paper for it. Might as well.
Ooh. All right. Well, I don't know if I'm allowed to tear this paper and then
Just roll with it. What?
if we're allowed to tear the paper and then
You can try to tear the
some
paper.
fishy things are going on that we're not allowed to know about. I know it's fishy.
I'm just
Keep
going
it
to
out
rip
of
my
my-
paper in half.
All right. Well, it's going to make this more difficult slightly. He rips his
Now
paper
you
in
have
half.
2 pieces of nice paper.
All right, now you can make 2 spells on this.
All right. Well, I'm going to keep one of those and figure out a spell to write on that later, I guess.
Sure.
I'm going to put that in my back pocket.
I was gonna fold one into a paper airplane. I realized airplanes don't exist. So would they have any sort of paper flying devices? Would it be a bird?
A paper dragon?
I guess I'm doing origami, making
paper
a paper
muiden?
swan.
You hear Farmer Hay say, "Too soon."
All right,
That guy gets around.
I'm just going to be honest.
Oh, wait, what?
You weren't being honest before? Oh, damn. Okay.
My name is Bruce. I'm a plumber from Melbourne, Australia.
Only one of us can leave.
Oh.
All right.
See you guys. I'm going to go over to the door.
Oh, we tried that already. It didn't work.
You tried to open it. I didn't try to open it.
All right.
My scroll.
So here's the thing. As you try to say that, you lose the ability to speak,
Okay.
and a couple of teeth fall out of your mouth.
Oh, God.
Just like,
So as he's talking, we're like, "Oh my God, Raven! What's the oddest?
it's called flossing.
What is that?"
So that's what he meant by he hasn't been truthful with us.
Yeah.
He's older than he looks.
Man,
It's hard to tell with humans.
Can I see your scroll? You can see mine.
I'll hand it over.
It's empty. There's nothing written on the scroll.
His is empty too. I don't understand. What was the point of giving us empty scrolls? Right, the door unlocks and opens.
You want me to write that?
Yeah, write it. Write it.
Okay, I'm gonna write.
Write it
down-
on mine too, on both halves.
I'm gonna write down 3 times.
What are you writing?
The door unlocks and opens.
Okay.
On 2 because he's got 2 halves.
All right,
and
the Candyman shows up. Oh, wait.
who are you?
You got any candy? So nothing happens?
I go over to the door and I check it.
Yeah, there's not. No.
It didn't work. Now we just ruined this paper.
What if on the other side we write a warrant and we tell them that they have to open up because we're the police and we've got a warrant?
Like a search warrant?
Yeah.
Where we're going to search the other side of the door?
Yeah.
Okay, so meanwhile, I'm doing to like frantically like get these fools' attention and like motion stabbing both of them.
Wait, you're going to stab us?
Am I supposed to do the stabbing? I thought that was my job.
It's going to be
Piglet comes out. What? Stabbing? Stabbington?
Lord Stabbington. I think he's pissed at us.
Yeah.
And then I'm doing this.
He does the throat slashing.
So, yeah, he wants to kill us. Should we
Are
kill
we
him?
supposed to kill ourselves? I don't...
Oh, right. Let's ask him yes or no. We're
Oh,
playing
charades.
charades. On a podcast charades. All right, one word. No. Me and Lharne, one word. No. Walk away. Walk out of the room. Walk.
Let's
into
go
the
out
bar.
the other door.
We're gonna go
Well,
out
this
of the-
makes this like exponentially difficult because
Yeah.
I can't even cast spells now.
Well, it's not that you can't talk.
No, you just
It's
lost
you
the ability
weren't able
to
to
say that one thing.
Like if you
You said I lost my ability to talk.
you did during that.
Oh, you just never said he got it back. Okay.
So,
So
I could,
like if you try and talk now, you could do an experiment. Try and talk now. Try and
I
say
am talking.
that.
Oh,
That comes
okay.
out.
He's talking.
All right, this will make this charade.
So
way
were
easier.
you trying to motion for us to just walk away?
I'm going to stab him. I'm going to stab both of them.
Do you have 2 knives?
I have daggers.
2 daggers. I love it. Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Okay,
I think-
wait. Is he going to get?
I'm gonna
Hold
get,
on.
he definitely gets
getting
a surprise. You definitely get surprised on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this could end really
So
badly.
I think you probably have to roll just to see if it finds purchase.
Yeah. Well, this should be
Roll-
just attack rolls,
But yeah,
right?
so roll an attack. So it's a d20.
Yeah, I'm at 22 health.
Well, can I just slit their throat and wouldn't it be instant? Or, like, can I do something instant?
Those are coup de grace, and technically, your enemy has to be defenseless, and or unconscious. So then you can do a coup de grace. But if we're awake and looking at you,
How about this? I'll give you advantage on the attack.
I only have like 17 HP. So
I just want to follow through with what he's stabbing
yeah,
us
I think
for.
we should.
All
do
right.
it.
Well, then just roll,
Let's do it.
and you can roll 2 20-sided. Hachi Machi.
20 and a 17.
That's advantage. So that could be.
So who
the
was that
end.
against?
Lharne.
All right,
I
Lharne.
have been supremely stabbed.
You have been well and truly stabbed.
Like, that was an auto success.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. No rolls necessary. No checking. Nothing. You're stabbed. So you roll damage, which is that a D4?
Yeah.
If you want to roll 'em- if you want to roll 2, there's another one, just to get it all done. How many hit points do you have, Lharne?
I'm down to 22 right now.
Oh, you got
3,
6 coming off.
All right, so down to 16. Hey, what gives?
What's going on? He just stabbed you, dude.
Actually, I think that was a
That was the first of
2-handed attack. So I think you need to roll the D20 again, and this one's for your attack against Benard.
Well, he rolled on
Roll
that one,
2.
too. He got a 17.
No, that was advantage.
He has
So
advantage. So
okay.
I'm going to have you roll those 2 D20 again. Friends on the listening side, this could be, you could debate whether this is the right way to do this, but it's the right way in the room.
What's your
Is it
AC?
over a 13?
Oh, yeah, you hit. There you go.
Yeah. My mage army gives me 13.
Well, do you have an advantage for hitting with those?
I don't think so.
It doesn't matter. It was a hit because he
Yeah.
hit 13 and his AC was 13.
6 again.
3
Okay.
and 3. 6.
Okay. So where does that bring you?
I'm at 11.
Okay.
I think I died from the shock.
All right.
Well, that was the surprise round.
There you go. Surprise round. I guess, yeah. Roll for initiative.
Initiative now.
Sure.
9.
And we're going to drop side initiative, I guess.
4.
Yeah.
9, 4.
Right. Yep. 4. So roll a d20 for initiative. See where your order is. You're going to roll high because you're Raven.
16.
Yep. So you get to go again because.
All right, so yeah, you attack one person or use a magical attack. So how do you want to deal with this attack?
I will use Burning Hands to attack both of them.
Oh, man.
Can you attack two people with burning hands?
It's a cone.
Cool. Oh, that's right, yeah. And you sort of do the Wu-Tang, raise the roof, you know.
So they do a dexterity saving roll.
Oh, man.
All right.
Okay. What are we trying to beat?
14.
14.
Yeah, 14.
Okay.
I mean, it's only to do full or half damage anyway.
Is
Yeah.
it? Okay.
Yeah, this is going to suck. And what's the damage die?
Do you really want to know?
Yeah, I do.
3d6.
All right. Yep, that could kill both of us. And then you'd... Yeah, that could do it. So fighters. We need a fighter, right? I'm thinking fighter for the next character.
All right, so burning hands, and it's a...
14.
You haven't rolled. Benard rolls a...
18.
Oh, God. All right.
Benard, showing up.
15.
Nice. All right, so you're both taking half damage.
Okay.
And what is the damage?
3d6.
3d6.
Oh, wait. And we didn't even add our dexterity.
I have 0.
You don't have to at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if the natural...
So how much was it?
I need one more d6.
Oh, one more d6. Here you go.
It's like you're helping me kill you.
I'm all about fairness.
Oh, God.
12.
That's...
12, so 6 damage.
I would have died.
You would have died.
If I... So 6. I'm down to 5.
I'm down to 10.
All right. All right, then stab with the chocolate. and
Bernie's.
And we're back. All right, guys. So your cleric has just, I think you know what's written on the side of the can that he just opened.
I don't even know what to do here.
Oh, yeah, we have to fight. It is Marty's turn because we rolled initiative.
Sure.
Unless
Yeah.
I don't see a reason why Benard would know anything is happening other than he just got attacked.
That is what you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just realized what I would do. Okay.
All right.
All right, what would you do?
Play your character.
Do it.
I'm going to look at Raven and be like, why would you attack me? It's us together against him. And I'm going to attack Ben.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
And I miss with a 3.
What kind of attack were you making?
I was just trying to punch him because I don't have my weapon out.
Okay.
What kind of a...
I did help raise Raven. Aww. No hard feelings, Mr. Wizard.
I should have notes here about this.
C flat.
So how much HP do you have?
I'm at 10.
Ooh. Are you carrying damage from the Ankeg?
Yeah, I never got healed. I was still at 20.
Oh, that's right. You chose not to use any of your
Yep.
hit dice.
Saving it up. I'm glad I did.
All right. What's your deal, Ben?
I'm going to do Phantasmal Force,
Nice.
which is
Against whom?
against Lharne.
Okay.
Even though, well, no. Actually, let me think about this. I got stabbed by, and then burning hands by, I'm going to have to go against Raven because he missed.
Okay. Okay.
It's an intelligence saving throw for Raven.
Okay. Raven.
My spell DC is what? It's 8 plus, in my case, Charisma plus 2.
Plus the 2
Proficiency.
just for proficiency and your
So
modifier.
And mine would be Charisma because I'm a Warlock, right?
Okay,
So
yeah.
then mine is 12?
Sorry.
Man.
He rolled a lot better than you
Yeah,
guys.
on character. Yeah, he
lot.
did. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
So, when that succeeds, I create a phantasmal object, creature, or other visible phenomenon of my choice that is no larger than a 10-foot cube and that is perceivable only to the target for the duration.
Nice.
So, what do I create? I should have thought about that first.
Well, your familiar is a pseudo dragon. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I was gonna make another me,
Okay. I like
and
it.
he's just gonna be like slightly to the right of me.
Okay.
He's gonna be. I don't think he can talk.
All right.
Maybe he can talk.
Okay.
Let me make sure. The phantasm includes sound, temperature, and other stimuli also evident only to the creature. Yeah, so he's going to talk and, like, walk around and, like, he's going to flick Raven's ear, like, he'll blow on his ear and really be annoying. But these are all, like, he's an illusion that's kind of a hallucination.
Okay.
And it's really, like, messing with you.
All right.
I am now just standing there quiet as if I'm a fake person. But only he can see this other annoying Benard.
Okay.
I imagine this is a real treat for Lharne to observe.
All
So
right.
I guess I'm like, what? Like, just flailing around
Well,
trying
yeah.
to get you off me?
No, you
Would
can.
I be able to touch him? Like, feel him?
You could try to attack him.
Well, if he's flicking my ear, then I would be trying to shoo him away.
Yeah.
And
yes.
then my hand would go through him.
Yes. However, the thing about Phantasmal Force is target rationalizes any illogical outcomes from interacting with the phantasm.
Okay, so
if
you
you're
feel
trying,
like you missed.
Yeah, if your hand goes through him, you would be like, "Huh, that's weird. My hand must not be solid." Like you wouldn't think that he's the problem. You
So-
would be rationalizing all of that.
Okay.
So it's up to you what your character does now. You can investigate it. You're allowed to investigate this weird Benard, and you can make intelligence saving throws on each of your turns.
Well, and you still see the other Benard, too.
Yeah, and I'm just standing there as if I am fake. I'm pretending to be a fake Benard.
He
And
somehow,
I'm just seeing you standing there
Yes.
all rigid like this.
Yep.
somehow he found a potted plant, and he's standing behind it. It's not obscuring him in any way, but
No. or I've taken a pose like a weird statue pose, and I'm just stuck there and like looking out of the corner of my eye at
So
Raven to
weird.
see if he's like still paying attention to me. Yep.
all right, what are you going to do, Raven?
It's Raven's turn now, I think.
Wait, so it's just going to keep on going?
Yep.
He's just gonna mess with you.
But yes, you're right. If your question is, does the attack
Initiative.
order? We just keep going in initiative order.
Okay.
And you have the availability of any action that you choose.
This spell lasts for up to 1 minute,
Okay.
so that's
10
10
rounds.
rounds.
That's a long time.
Yeah. I like this Benard.
I mean, I guess I'll just do Burning Hands on...
Okay. Is Burning Hands, I forget, is that a cantrip or is that a...
This is a spell.
a
So this
spell?
is my
it's your
last
second-
spell.
Okay. All right. Although,
God, you're going to have to rest after you kill us.
I know.
okay, Burning Hands it is again. So once again, they're rolling.
Yeah, for saving roll.
Okay.
Oh,
What'd I get?
What did Benard get?
16.
and
So
I got an 11.
Okay, so you failed.
Lharne got an 11.
Lharne
Wait.
failed.
Why
Benard.
did I say I got an 11? That's 9 plus 5. That's 14. So
Ooh,
we just
but
barely made
Is that
it.
equal?
Yeah, that's equal.
Oh man, we're making this difficult.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
yeah, why can't you roll like this against monsters? 8. So 4.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
And that's for both of you. 4.
Down to 6.
Down to 6. Oh boy.
What are you at?
Are we in the weird position where Benard has more hit points than Lharne?
So yeah, I was at.
Okay, so you're,
So you're
at
at
1?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're not in the situation where Benard has.
No, I'm almost
points.
dead. I am
Benard is bloodied, I think. Is
now.
that when we-
Yes. Oh yeah, he's a bloody statue attempting. guy.
But the other one is just dancing around like,
To be fair, I didn't choose the most terrifying hallucination. He could just ignore it. That is
Okay.
fair.
All right, well, I'm sorry, Lharne, what's your thought?
I'm going to yell over at Lharne and tell him to kill Benard.
Watch
He's-
it with those spells, man.
He's weakened. No.
I'm going to try and punch him again.
Me?
Yes.
Just punching, yeah. Why not? Just
7 plus 3.
nope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
10.
All
Somehow I just can't
You
hit
missed the statuesque Benard.
All right. Yes, you weren't even moving. I assume that you probably had some break in that statuesque phase because of the cone of fire that did the 4 hit points damage. All right, what are you gonna do?
All right,
Don't make them wait.
All right, so I'm gonna Eldritch Blast on Raven.
This is the point where the clowns learned not to fear your Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, because I can't hit. All right, so
There we go.
what is that? I can't read it.
6.
Plus 4, so 10.
That's got to be it.
No, 9.
9.
The line is on. Yeah.
13.
9.
What's your AC?
My AC?
More
14.
than... Oh, yep, I miss. God.
I just raised an eyebrow at you.
This guy's still messing with you. Benard is still...
Yeah, but you were the one that tried to attack me.
Yes.
So now the mannequin has tried to attack.
Yeah.
All right. So we're back to you, Mario.
Yes. So I just shake my head at Benard, and then I'm going to Sacred Flames him.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then that's a cantrip, so you can break that off anytime.
Right.
And that's another where you're rolling, Benard, and it's
Dexterity.
another half damage.
Dexterity?
Ooh, what is that?
15.
15.
What, plus
0.
0. Oh, plus 0.
So I think I made that, but it's half damage, so if you
Yeah.
roll more than 2,
Right.
you did.
Okay.
All right, I fall down.
Okay. And when you fall down, there's an audible sound of the door. You hear,
I do.
everyone does. It's audible throughout the room.
All right, well, I'm deadish now.
So it's my turn now?
I have to make...
I'm going to run for the door.
Okay.
I technically have to make saving throws.
You run
now
for
on
the
your
door,
turns.
and you slam yourself into it, and it doesn't open.
Damn.
Was that his move? How
That's
far
it,
was the
that's-
door?
Well, that's an interesting point. So the tower itself is about 20 meters in diameter, and we've established that the hallways that the stairs are in are about 6 feet wide. So you're taking, roughly 12 feet off of 20 meters, which is about 50 feet.
So that was my entire turn.
Also,
No.
no.
I'm going to say that just slamming into the door doesn't necessarily count as an action. It's not like there's a delicate handle or Lharne, you're over by the door. It didn't open.
Right.
I'm going to still give you an action. So if you want to take an action, you can.
I'm going to pound on the door.
Okay.
Let me out of here!
You hear a voice on the other side say, "Who is it?
That was creepy.
Occupied." No one here but us towers. No, in truth, all you hear is the echo of your fist falls against the wood in what sounds a lot like maybe a set of stairs. By the way, the whole rest of this podcast takes place in this tower forever now.
Oh,
It's just room after room after room.
We'll call it the Deadly Tower podcast.
The Dark Tower.
Oh, that
Surprised no one's used that. All right. So then, Benard.
he did.
I'm going to roll my death saving throw. I rolled a...
20?
19. Oh, well, you know what? That is a success.
Yeah.
So one successful savings throw.
All right.
That's good.
I'm not
All right.
super dead.
And then we're over to Raven.
I'm going to run over to... Well, wait. Bernard's right by me, right?
The dancing Benard is gone, because that's concentration.
Okay. Yes, you're
Fine.
definitely distracted.
I am on the ground.
Then I'll just Sacred Flames line.
All right. Sacred Flame.
Ah!
Well, you have to do a dexterity.
Nope. Doesn't look good. 6 plus 5
Yeah. 11.
My D8.
is 11 higher than 14,
I like the...
3
which
puts me at 3.
3. Okay. All right. Now, what's Lharne going to do?
I'm going to keep pounding on the door. Like, let me out of here!
He's gone crazy.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. And then,
Let me out of here!
all right. And then, Benard, saving throw?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I need to die.
You might.
You don't want it to.
Oh, that's a fail.
8.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Oh,
A
yeah,
fail.
that's yours.
And then,
1 and 1.
And then Sacred Flames again.
all right. It's an oldie but a goodie.
The burning! Oh, God, the burning! 17.
Okay. All right. And what are you doing now? He shoots a bolt of light right next
All right,
to your
so
head.
if you want to know what Lharne is doing, you know that scene in Ghostbusters when Lewis is running from, the giant, like, demon dog, and it catches him right at that window of the restaurant, and he's just, like, up against it, like, no, and he's just sliding down as everybody watches. That's Lharne right now on the door.
Lharne's doing a Rick Moranis, okay.
Yes.
I'm a...
8 halved is 4, so, yes, I'm at -1.
Okay.
I slide down and fall down unconscious.
You hear another...
Oh, God.
And as you hear the other chick, it's the same sort of definitive, authoritative chick that has accompanied the other room's doors unlocking. And as that happens, the hourglass on the table floats up, turns itself over. Instantly, all the sand drops back out, and you're all standing in front of the table holding the scrolls again.
Huh, weird. Mine doesn't say anything.
Well, no, you have all the memory. I mean, this all just happened, but you're just back. And
That would have been really funny.
You look down on the table, and you see where you'd placed your teeth on the table. They're not there anymore. Your tongue feels the familiar friends of the teeth that had fallen out in your mouth. You can feel your spell slots are back up. Everything is as it was.
I'm gonna run over to the door and try to push it open.
The door opens smoothly without any trouble, unlike the trouble that you guys ended up having to give each other.
Oh, God.
My God, you guys are hard to kill.
We're going to talk about this later.
No hard feelings, right?
Do you want to explain what happened?
Yeah, what? I died. And both of you were trying to kill me. It looked like, to me...
I got to stick up for my buddy.
Right.
Raven was trying to kill both of us, and then you decided to also kill me.
I just figured if I joined his side, then, he'd stop trying to kill me.
So you have the ability now to talk about what happened. So you can, if you want.
I was trying to tell you fools that only one of us could leave. You guys are really bad at charades, too. You should work on that.
You're off my charades team.
Yeah.
But wait, can we all leave? Can we all leave?
Yeah, the door's
Well, the door's open now.
The door's open.
Yeah.
So
I've never been good at charades.
So what happened when the timer reset itself? It also reset all your stuff. So you're right as rain. All your spell slots that you had are back. You're not doing any better than when you entered the room.
So, like, from that point.
But any damage, spell slots, all that stuff's back. And teeth. And ability to speak.
Yes.
All right. So Raven is standing outside of the door, and it's that same hallway with stairs that we're so, that the people love.
The hallway of love.
No, that actually, you guys missed that. There was a secret door in a previous room that led to the hallway of love. We will leave our heroes there, with 4 floors down and 1 to go before they summit this mysterious tower. Don't forget to get in touch with us on Twitter, Reddit, or by email. And if you enjoyed the show, it would be an immeasurable help if you could subscribe, rate, and review us on your podcatcher of choice. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll say goodbye with this sneak peek at what's going to be happening next week. Here, give me a roll. What's that?
That's a 5.
Ooh, unfortunately, you do not notice the dragon that had snuck up behind you.
What do we do now? We just not notice it?
You don't notice it until he rolls.
A 21? How'd you do that?
You take 48 points of damage each.
I'm dead.
Guess I'm rolling a new character.
Oh, the pain was sweet.
I'm Brendan Riley, the host of Install from Heap, a bi-weekly Netrunner podcast from Rattlebox Games about jank, deck building, and cyberpunk nonsense. If you know what that is, you'll love it, and if you don't, come on over and give it a try.
Brought to you by Rattlebox Games.